So about how to increase your metabolism. Now whenever you feel like transforming yourself, whenever you feel like doing something else, what you are doing every day, whenever you feel like transforming, let's say, then what do you think? Like, what should I do in order to transform myself? What is the first thing that it comes to your mind whenever you think of transforming yourself or losing weight? Exercise, perfect. In this seminar, we are going to talk about the three most important things, which is the first one that we got is exercise. What else? If you want to lose weight, what do you think of changing? Exactly. I personally never use the word diet because the first three words is which I don't like, so we always go with the nutrition. Sounds good? Whenever you feel like changing something, whenever you feel like dropping weight or change in your lifestyle, you always use these two things. If I'm not wrong, right? You will always say that yeah, I'll stick to the proper nutrition, I'll stick to a proper workout routine, and then I can change myself. But is that really true? Can you change it? Because the exercise that we have right in here is 20%. The nutrition is 30%. Which is the other 50% that we are going to talk about in this seminar?
Metabolism.
Yes. Metabolism. What else? We have right in here. Exactly. Exercise, nutrition, and detoxification. 50%. Now, this is what we usually call as a triangle of success. Just remember these three things because I'm going to ask you again by the end of this seminar. Now, let me take you back to the school days. Have you ever heard of pH scale? Potential hydrogen? Wait, let me draw it so that you can understand what I'm talking about. Have you ever heard of pH scale? Yeah. Acid and alkaline. Have you heard of it?
Yeah.
So the people, those who have like no idea about this is the two sides in our human body. In order to live a healthy lifestyle, we always have to be high in alkaline. But where are we nowadays? High in? And the reason behind it, because the things that we do unintentionally is causing us to be more on an acidic scale. We always have to be high in alkaline, but we are nowadays high in acidic. Now the number one reason that because of it we are always high in acidic is let's play a game. Which is the most important beverage of everyone which they drink in the morning in order to generate energy? Coffee? Anyone
Water.
drinks coffee? Anyone drinks coffee?
Yes.
Yeah? Perfect. Let's talk about coffee as well. Now, in order to make it sweet, what do you use?
Sugar.
Refined sugar. Nowadays, it's refined sugar. Have you ever heard of additives? If you go out in a supermarket, additives, ADDITIVES. Wait, let me write it in here. Whenever you go out in a supermarket, let's say you buy a pack of crisp, you cannot just eat one and stop eating it. You will keep eating it until and unless it's not over, if I'm not wrong. Let's say you go out on a movie date or something like that, you order a popcorn, you will always keep eating it until and unless it's not over. You will never eat one and just keep it aside. Right? That's what the reason behind that, because it contains additives. You cannot stop yourself. Have you ever heard of preservatives? Preservatives is found under all kind of canned foods, tuna, soda, all this kind of stuff. If you go out in a supermarket and you see that the expiration date of is for the next 12 months, so what are they putting in that they can preserve it for the next 12 months? Exactly, the preservatives. Now, these are the things that we consume unintentionally each and every day. Do we even have any idea, even if you go out in a restaurant, if you order something, do you know that what they are exactly giving to you? You have no idea. Because everything nowadays contains additives, preservatives. Every time you wake up in the morning, you are consuming coffee, sugar. This is the basic necessities nowadays. That's the reason I'm using that word unintentionally. Now coffee pushes you more into being an acidic level, comes on acidic level 4. Coffee. Refined sugar is on acidic level 3.1. Additives is 2.1 and preservatives is 1.5. Whenever you wake up in the morning, you are in the middle of the pH scale. As soon as you consume coffee, you are on acidic level 4. Now what does exactly these things are? What exactly these things are is CRAP. These things are exactly what it is called. So, do you know what? Whenever this thing goes inside to your body, what happens to your intestine? You know what happened to your intestine? Sorry for my language. I am from India, so my accent is a little bit different. Intestine, anything. Yeah. Let's talk about it. Whenever all these things, coffee, refined sugar, preservatives, additives, it goes inside your intestine, what exactly happens is, this is our intestine. We have a hair-like follicle in it. It's called microvilli. The main job of this hair-like follicle is to absorb the nutrients of the food and eliminate the waste. Make sense?
Yes.
Now whenever it goes inside, it absorbs the nutrient, pass it to the bloodstream, and the waste that you have, it eliminates them. Whenever you consume all those things, the crap, the hair-like follicle gets stuck to each other. Now, even after listening to this seminar, you will think that you will cut down coffee, you won't consume sugar, you won't consume anything from supermarket or outside. Even if you start eating healthy from tomorrow onwards, do you seriously think that you can get the nutrients of the food that you are going to consume? I don't think so, because your hair-like follicle is stuck to each other. As I said, it's a hair-like follicle. Just imagine putting a chewing gum on your hair. The same thing happens inside your large intestine. It gets stuck. Now if it's stuck, how can you get the nutrients of the food? How can you get the nutrients? Doesn't matter, even from tomorrow onwards, after listening to the seminar, you will say that you will eat good. But how? Will you get the nutrients of the food that you're going to consume? I don't think so. So this is what exactly happened to our intestine. And over the years, our intestine has a capacity to expand up to 3 of its original size. It gets expanded usually because we keep eating all those kind of stuff. We keep consuming all those stuff which is very acidic for us. Is anyone in here suffering from acid reflux? You know why does it happen? Whenever our intestine is expanded and the body sees that they don't have enough space to keep it, it usually overflows. It comes up. That's when you suffer from acid reflux. Inflammation level inside your body increases. Digestion problems, all this kind of thing happens just because of that. All the food that you are consuming each and every day. Now do you know that how your fat burning process works? I'm pretty sure everyone wants to know that, right? Yeah. Everyone wants to know that how their fat burning process and their metabolism works?
Yes.
Perfect. This is our liver. And what exactly happens is, liver releases a hormone called leptin to burn the fat. Liver releases a hormone called leptin to burn the fat. Fat breaks down into sugar. Sugar is what our muscle needs in order to recover. Liver releases a hormone called leptin to break down the fat. Fat breaks down into sugar, and sugar is what our muscle needs. Now what exactly happens? The reason behind your fat burning process, why does it slows down, is because, have you ever heard of your inflammation level? Have you ever heard of inflammation inside your body? Yeah? Anything, the people those are suffering from arthritis or anything that ends with itis, anyone who is suffering from finger pain, anyone who feels, sometimes some people feel that the inflammation level is more inside their body. What exactly happens is, this inflammation level comes around your fat cell. Now this is your fat cell, inflammation level covered it. That leptin, the hormone which liver is releasing, cannot go inside the fat cell and break it down. So your fat burning process slows down. Our liver consists 575 metabolic functions. The whole 575 metabolic function slows down. The reason behind your slow metabolism is the inflammation. If your inflammation level is more, your metabolism will slow down. That's how exactly our metabolism and the fat burning process works. Now, for the women, have you ever heard of lymph nodes? Have you ever heard of lymph nodes? Let's discuss about it. What exactly happens is, the rate of toxins that we are consuming nowadays internally is more. We all agree with it. Coffee, additives, preservatives, alcohol, all these kind of things internally that we are doing is more, as well as the things that we put externally. Shampoo, soap, deodorants, moisturizers, sunscreen, all these things, as soon as you put it on your skin, within 25 minutes it goes down to your liver in order to break down the toxins of it. So now, everyone agree with me that the rate of toxins our liver is dealing with is more. Yeah? What exactly happens is, all those toxins, our liver gets backed up. It has two options, either to keep you alive or to keep you skinny. But unfortunately, it keeps you alive. Now, fat burning process is not his priority anymore. He's just keeping you alive, and as soon as possible, he's getting rid of those toxins. But the rate of toxins entering our body is more than the rate of toxins we are flushing out nowadays. Do you agree with me? What exactly happens is all those toxins, if the liver sees that it's getting backed up, then what he does, he sends some amount of toxins from a lymphatic system to the fat cell, where fat make it as a lymph nodes. So the lymph nodes that you have is not actually a fat, it's a trash can where liver stores all the toxins. In order to get rid of those lymph nodes, you actually need 6 months to 12 months. Sometimes some people takes it like goes for the year. The lymph nodes stays there. It's very difficult to get rid of those kind of lymph nodes because this is not fat. When you can get rid of those lymph nodes, when the liver is free from all those toxins, then the liver, the same thing happens again, the reverse thing. The fat, he tells the fat to send the lymph nodes again so that he can bring those toxins as well and flush it out. Now, how we get rid of those toxins? Do you know about that? We have 4 natural defense systems in our body. Have you ever heard of perspiration? Perspiration, sweating, yeah. Perspiration, urination, respiration, and elimination. This is what exactly makes you pure. Perspiration is sweating, where you get rid of the toxins. Urination, respiration is through breathing, and elimination. These are the 4 natural defense systems of our body where we usually get rid of all those toxins. But nowadays, if you know that the things that we are consuming externally, internally is what causing our liver. This is how the liver is dealing with all those toxins. If you don't have enough time to get rid of it, it usually sends. Now the reason behind sending this from the lymphatic system to the fat cell is usually happens with the woman. In the men, the fat cell, how exactly the fat cell runs in men and in women is different. That's the reason for women, the lymph nodes stays there for a longer time. Now for the male, in us, the fat cell run vertically. That means we always have problems right in here. You have seen most of the people, most of the male, they have skinny arms, skinny legs, but the only problem is right in here. Do you agree with me, male? Everyone? You agree with it, right? But in female, the fat part runs horizontally. So it usually gets spread underneath your arms, your trunk area, hips, everywhere. It gets spreaded. Also, the same time, the lymph nodes that you have, this is where we usually get in women, under the chin as well. So the lymph nodes is actually a toxin because liver cannot get rid of those toxins. Now, anyone in here consume any kind of multivitamins or medications? Blood pressure, cholesterol, diabetes, acid reflux, excess weight, all this kind of issue that you are suffering from right now. That's the reason you are here. Now let me tell you also the medications that you consume. If you remember the pH scale, even if you stop consuming coffee, refined sugar, everything, even the medications that you consume every morning makes you high in acidic. The reason that you are high in acidic, what it exactly does, it increases inflammation level inside your body. As I said, anything that ends with itis, arthritis, for example, happens because of the more inflammation level inside your body. The high inflammation level. Some people, I'm pretty sure some people agree that they feel that their inflammation level is more. Sometimes they feel it, but most of the people, they have no idea about it. But they are still consuming all those kind of medications, multivitamins. Is anyone in here consume multivitamins? Does anyone consume multivitamins?
Yeah.
D3, B3, fish oil, omega. Yeah. Perfect. Do you know what exactly happens when you consume multivitamins? Let me show you what exactly happens. The multivitamins is the fourth and the last stage of the detoxification process. Detoxification is distributed in 4 different types. There are the stages: renew, cleanse, repair, and revitalize. These are the 4 stages of a complete detoxification. Now, multivitamins that we consume each and every day is the 4th and the last stage. Do you seriously think that skipping these 3 parts and jumping onto the 4th one will give you any kind of results? The rate of absorption of only multivitamins, doesn't matter what kind it is only 4.6%. Let me tell you what it exactly does. The rate of absorption is 4.6%. Let's say you are spending $50 in a month for your multivitamins. Makes sense? Some people does more, some people less, but let's take $50 in a month that you are spending on your multivitamins. Different types, fish oil, omega. It's a $600 investment in a year. Perfect? Makes sense? Now the rate of absorption is only 4.6%. That means you are flushing out in a year. Store it. It's an expensive urine. Have you ever seen the color of your urine after consuming any kind of multivitamins? It's like bright yellow. As soon as you consume it, you are getting rid of it. Does it make sense now? The rate of absorption is only 4.6%. The reason you have been continuously consuming all these kind of multivitamins is because the rate of absorption is only 4.6%. You are just wasting your money and just flushing it out. You are flushing out $570 in a year just by consuming multivitamins that you are spending on. Because whenever we buy multivitamins, we had no idea what we are doing. We have idea that what we are buying, but we had no idea that what it's going to do inside. We usually think that it's going to give us the nutrients. Food is the best source of nutrients. But the only reason that you cannot get the nutrients from the food, if you remember that I made a diagram regarding intestine, you see that our hair-like follicle is stuck to each other. That is the only reason you cannot get the nutrients from the food. If you get the nutrients from the food, you don't need anything. Once you start getting the nutrients from the food, you don't need anything. Now the multivitamins, as I said, it's a $600 investment in a year. If you go for the complete detoxification with the full stages, if you only do the multivitamins, it's like putting a great source of oil in a car which doesn't work. But if you do the complete detoxification, that is the same amount of investment, but only for 6 months. If you want, you can write it down, only for 6 months. You have to do a complete, the beauty of detoxification is, you only have to do it for 6 months. All those medications that you consume for blood pressure, cholesterol, diabetes type 2, all these things is replaceable, it's reversible. As soon as you change your lifestyle, you can get rid of those medications if you change your lifestyle, if you follow a healthy lifestyle. Because this thing comes with the change of our lifestyle. So this thing can also go if you change your lifestyle, if you be on the right track, if you detox yourself. Now what do you know about detoxification? Does anyone have any experience regarding detoxification? No one?
You gotta get rid of all the bad in your body.
Exactly. Detox is, the full form of detox is to get rid of toxins. Have you ever tried any kind of detoxification? Have anyone ever tried lemon and water? No? Our liver usually takes 180 days in order to regenerate. Whenever you go out, if they tell you that you can detox yourself in 10 days, 5 days, 6 days, they are conning you. It's a scam. Our liver takes 180 days to regenerate. Our liver regenerates every 6 months. It has two different parts, upper and lower. Upper one takes 3 months, the lower one takes 3 months. So you cannot detox yourself in just 10 days, 2 days, 3 days, no. Lemon and water, let me tell you about it. We have 3 different types of inflammation level. The water soluble inflammation level, you can get rid of it. But usually our body get rid of the water soluble inflammation level. You don't have to do anything special for that. Just by urinating, you can get rid of the water soluble inflammation level. It is just in our mind that just by drinking lemon and water, we can detox ourselves. Doesn't make any sense. Detoxification is a whole complete process, which is a natural process, which keeps you high in alkaline throughout the day. Now, the reason behind high in alkaline, I'm pretty sure, what do you know about alkalinity? Like, does anyone ever tried that how you can keep yourself high in alkaline? Do you know about it? Do you have any idea that how you can keep yourself high in alkaline? Let me tell you. In order to keep you high in alkaline, there are 2 main substances which is found under the ocean, which is also keeping the whole ocean high in alkaline. I'm pretty sure you must have heard of it. Seaweed and seaweed. Let me write it because my accent is different. Wait. It's seaweed and algae. ALGAE. Algae, algae. I don't know what your accent is, but algae. Have you heard of it?
Yes.
These are the 2 things which is found under the ocean, which is also keeping the whole ocean high in alkaline. That's the reason over the years, the ocean is still the same. We human beings, we are dying because we are high in acidic. Now, just imagine if any kind of oil spillage happens in the ocean. Do you think someone comes to clean it up? Ocean cleans himself just because they are high in alkaline. Now, all the multivitamins that you've been consuming, you know the truth. It's right in front of you. You know why the color of your urine is bright yellow after consuming any kind of multivitamins, because you are flushing it out as soon as you consume it. Do you have any idea that how your inflammation level is, how much your inflammation level is? Do you have any idea about it? Because inflammation level, if it's high, it can lead to any kind of diseases. Do you have any idea that how much your inflammation level is?
Nope.
No? Perfect. Let me tell you something about it. Luckily on board, we have this machine called InBody. If you can see right in here, the machine called InBody. Now the reason that we put this banner in here, so that we can check everything what is going on inside your body. We check your extracellular water. In easy words, it is the inflammation level inside your body. There is a particular ideal inflammation level is 0.361. If you are more than that inflammation level, that means your inflammation level is high. If you are more than 0.361, your inflammation level is high. It can lead to any kind of diseases. All the problems that you are suffering from, the medications that you are consuming is because of this. Then we check your basal metabolic rate. You know what does that mean? Basal metabolic rate is the amount of calories you burn when you are sleeping. In female, it should be always 1500 or more. In male, it should be 2000 and more. But if it's less than that, it's a sign of slow metabolism. When was the last time you tested your metabolism? Have you ever tested your metabolism? When was the last time you went to a doctor and they gave you a scan of your inflammation level? Never? Or about your metabolism? No? Perfect. So your basal metabolic rate is the amount of calories you burn when you are sleeping. As well as we check your visceral fat level. This is not the fat around like in the belly area and everything. Visceral fat level is the fat around your internal organs. Nowadays even athletes, those who have six-pack abs, they are dying just because of the high visceral fat level. The reason behind it, if the visceral fat level around your like the fat around your internal organ is more, it can lead to stroke or heart attack. Doctors, whenever the first time when they check your visceral fat level is when you suffer from your first stroke or your first heart attack. That's when they check your visceral fat level. Your visceral fat level should be always level 10 and under, but if it's more than that, there is a high risk of getting any kind of these problems which I just said. because your visceral fat level doesn't matter even if you have six-pack abs, doesn't matter even if you don't have it. Your visceral fat level can be high, because the reason behind it, usually liver is the one who takes care of it. But as I said, if your inflammation level is covered, if your inflammation level is around your fat cell, the liver cannot break down the fat. The hormone which he is releasing, he cannot break down the fat. That's when the visceral fat level, it increases. We usually check each and everything, the muscle percentage, the fat percentage and everything in that, but the three most concerning part for us is these three things: your extracellular water, your basal metabolic rate, and your visceral fat level. Now if you remember that triangle, that I made at the beginning of the seminar? Yeah? Perfect. So this test, have you ever heard of this test, or have you ever done any kind of BMI or anything kind of test before? Have you ever done it? So what they usually do, they just give you the print, if I'm not wrong. They just take the scan and they just give you the print, right? But because you are on board, what we are going to do is, we are going to take a test. After that, we are going to sit together for 45 minutes in order to make a program regarding you, which can get rid of all those kind of medications, how you can reduce your inflammation level, how you can be high in alkaline, and how can you live a healthy lifestyle. So if you remember that three things that I made in that triangle, we usually work with these three things, which is
Exercise.
exactly. These are the three things. So after getting this in-body test, what we usually do is we sit together for 45 minutes and then we make a program regarding to you in order for you to live a healthy lifestyle. Now the scan, if you go outside, they'll charge you some amount of money and they just give you the scan. But this, we are going to give you the scan as well as the consultation for 45 minutes. If you have any question, you can do one-to-one. Sounds good? Now this test outside, if people those who are from US in different gyms, they usually do it. But right in here, we are going to do it for 99 for one person, and for two person it's 149. But let's do one thing, because manager told me to give a seminar special to each and every one, and I've seen that people in here came in a pair. So we are going to cut the 149 and we are going to do two person for 99. We are going to do the consultation for two person in the price of one. So we are going to do the scan, we are going to do a consultation with you for the next 45 minutes, and then we are going to make a plan according to you, which includes exercise, nutrition and detoxification. And remember, once you are done with detoxification, you don't have to do it for the next 7 to 8 years, because you are completely detoxed. And the reason behind the nutrition plan that we give it to you, in order to maintain that thing, because once you are, as I said, detoxification, you only have to do it for 6 months. That's the same amount of price. At the same time, in order to maintain that thing for the next 7 to 8 years, we make a nutrition plan according to you. So that is the reason we conduct the whole consultation for 45 minutes, so that we can get to know more about you, and then we can make a plan according to you. Now, first of all, give yourself a round of applause to be here, and I'm pretty sure you must have learned something new. Thank you so much for being here. Now, me and my colleague is standing right over there. If you want to book in for the appointment, we are in here, you can come to us. Perfect. Thank you so much.
Weren't you
everyone.
supposed to teach us how to increase our metabolism? Because I didn't get any explanation of how to do that. This seems like just a sales seminar.
Sir, how we are going to increase the metabolism is, first we have to see that what is your in body, and then we have to see that what is the difference between that.
So what you
that we
need to
can-
write on the Freestyle Daily is that this is a sales seminar and you're actually not teaching us how to increase our
This
metabolism.
is not a sales seminar, sir. We
That's
actually give you
exactly
the hint.
what it is.
We actually give you the hint that what is the reason which is causing your metabolism of
Ridiculous.
going